Well, first, to Steve, to his colleagues, to the courage that it takes to stand up and say that, there's lots of things we do together, but this we stand up for because we believe it's right for the country and for our industry. I'd just like to salute Steve Klein at PG&E and the other industry leaders, and thank you. This whole discussion is a bit turned on its head. You heard me talk, and you'll hear me talk a lot about this idea that the environment shouldn't, at some point it became a partisan issue. It shouldn't be. It simply should not be. And it also shouldn't be business against those who, don't like business. This isn't about liking or not liking business. We all want jobs. We want prosperity. We want our country to thrive. We want to be sustainable. But all the arguments, all the things that are usually said about top-down environmental command and control regulation have been talked about for years by forward-looking folks who've said, let's think about ways to enlist support on both sides. This is a market-based approach. The Waxman-Markey bill is about a market-based approach to pricing carbon. It's about the simple idea that if carbon costs money to emit and you're in the business of making money, you're going to find a way to minimize how much carbon you emit because then you make more money. And that's an idea that's very, very, I won't characterize it as red or blue, but it's on the free enterprise, the private sector side of the spectrum. And it's a little disappointing to watch the line move, So you enlist this market-based approach, and then people say, oh, well, I don't know about markets. I mean, after all, markets. Or you have business leaders who say, you know what, we've seen now, we're starting to see, and toxics are the same way. Businesses say, you know what, we were a little naive. This idea of just pushing off environmental reckonings for another day and pushing off regulation for the future and giving everybody the warm, fuzzy, big hugs is nice. But we now are caught in endless litigation that means we can't make a prudent investment decision for our shareholders. Help. And when you reach that moment, when you have people saying we need new law on chemicals, because right now, between Europe and the States and a concerned public, we really don't know where we stand. Or when you have companies saying, listen, maybe all these years of putting off the climate and energy reckoning hasn't helped our bottom line. We should be at a place where everybody says good, but we're a little topsy-turvy, at least on the climate side. Hopefully we won't get there on chemicals.